want rest to my profit through the roof. Okay, I want flash on the bottoms of my shoes. Okay, I want gather, watch you rot and watch it bleed. Okay, I don't wanna put that paper in that bank and run with me, 'cause I see people open windows, they leave the houses. It's a fine day just for a show. I die tonight. I'm living like a lie. I die tonight. I'm killing like I said. I want up day and I mean that though. All about the bread and the green mess though. I'm on these celebrities skiing that bro. Thought it was a fan, I don't need that hoe. Open up the window, feel that breeze. Pop a nigga bend so bend your knees. All about the rap and I'm popping up with the heat. Get it rockin', I'm dropping, I'm mopping up. Taking that rest to my profit through the roof. Okay, I want flash on the bottoms of my shoes. Okay, I want gather, watch you rot and watch it bleed. Okay, I don't wanna put that paper in that big run with me, 'cause I see people open windows, they leave the houses. It's a fine day just for a show. I die tonight. I'm living like a lie. I die tonight. I'm killing like I die tonight. I'm living like a lie. I die tonight. I'm killing like I.
I stepped inside a room full of blue. Chances are that every rumor is true. I speak slowly, 'cause in this town it seems like every creep know me. I should drop a mixtape and market strictly beats only. Y'all should know be eavesdropping, so I'm lighting the wood slow. Old school heat, it's like igniting a wood stove. Amalgam thinking like a wishing well jeweler. Mini me's jocking, may y'all kids some sell juniors. Flipping cards, trying not to trigger trap hoes. Y'all trying to wrap this up, you're gonna need a bigger lasso. Chilling out with Rand, best believe we kicking fat flows. If you ain't trying to crush it, why the hell you spitting raps for, huh? I push it back, putty tat, the cat is so sick. Y'all run the zigzags like it's freaking Madden 06. Slow your roll, AI to the wayside. Big wallet chasing Spider House by the Bayside. That's Majora's Mask, let the moon fall slow. Y'all be spitting boring raps, let your crew all know. I put it down. Yo, what up, Rand? I put it down. I put it down. I put it down.
Yeah. I was working on my masterpiece. Before I pass, at least to y'all, I wanna be known as one of rap's elites. I've been gathering and grabbing beats and booking tours, 'cause you know even a starving artist has to eat. The smart ones always outlast the hard ones. Been a marksman like I was kin to the Marstons. I'd rather kick a rhyme than hit the quine. They say I spit the vine and it's always in the nick of time. They know it's the truth, the flow is aloof. Music up, shoot 'em up, Clive O in the booth. Cats across you and keep a handshake firm still. That's the type of stuff that make a nice guy turn heel. Another chapter, coming hard as a second rapture. Chess master, verbally we dead and rappers. Life is hard, that's why I'm rapping it's hard. Trying to make it worth the scratching and scars. More than just spectacular bars, we keep the passion as large. Feeling invincible, like Mario grabbing a star, yeah. Kill them softly, similar to assassins. Seen a lot of cats sell they soul to try to cash in. Flowing decent, but lacking the passion. Heavy on mechanics, but they pass on the action. Man, this makes something that excites me. I don't grab a mic piece thinking about a hype beast. I'll be on that Spike Lee, trying to do the right thing. As dark as I am, how could you ever take me lightly? Put it down. I put it down. Yeah, we put it down. Kill Bill, we put it down. MAGA.
I put it down like my inventory fall. Like my dog won't get no better. Like a mic after a rapper's career has hit a low. Yeah, my sons and best remember that I'm kicking the Cosmo, spitting with my eyes closed. Listening to y'all feels like listening to Maz grow. Spliff kick like a Bronco, lift me up like tonsils. Don't be hostile while you kiss the into Hanzo. Catch a zooted out in Tokyo. And the blunt got the wood up like Pinocchio. I put it down like something useful on the post-it notes. So-and-so sleeping on my music like they comatose. Wake up sleepyhead, it's time to get on up. You keep claiming you did shit, but that's a dysentery bluff. In summation, bro, you lyrically suck. Treat your music like an item that I don't need, pick it up and put it down, put it down. Put it down, put it down. I put it down, I put it down. I put it down, I put it down.
My penmanship slips, sloppy as all hell. Both feet dangle from the top of the guardrail. Street fight stance, get up off of me, guard well. Lost on the road, trying to find if a star fell. Heavy as barbell, his thoughts remained and dipped deep in construction, but he lost the manuscripts. Break through the skull, slide across the candle-lit floor. No telling what's in store for the bore. Life is a balancing act that I can't keep up, but I'm rolling with the punches by rolling a couple trees up. It slows me. The solution turns to problems. Mama told me keep my head out the clouds. I heard it often, now I'm dead to the world. Where my coffin, catch me sitting by the gravity bong. You heard it coughing, time to sleep. Seems like it's all that I do. I say I'm down to the death, but I don't talk to my crew. Man, I'm withdrawn, gripping a big bong, a tall cup. I haven't even made it. People saying I'm washed up. Y'all got me fucked up. Literally, it's puff puff to get to sleep, puff puff for energy. I fucked up, synergy lost, I'm depressed. Feel the world crumble around me like it's all for the best. I don't fuck with you lames trying to talk and I'm stressed. I'm screaming, fuck the world from the top of my chest. Kill Bill is Genzo and Genzo will kill Billy. Change when the wind blows, the windows are still filthy. Fog the vision, the 5-7 split, that's a long division. Cutting it back just means longer spliffings. Dead to the medicine, I've fallen victim to my own evil deeds. I'm just sitting in the static of my old frequencies.
I ask the voices when they'll stop, the all answer forfeit. Exploring this torment and dormancy, it's morbid. Every one of my demons is now currently in orbit. My every fear mocks me, it murders me to live in the living room of a dying world that I rage war with. But I refuse to die in the world that I was born in. Seeking peace of mind, but my mind pieces torture my existence. And I'm trying to resist it, but it's boring. I've seen through they pattern, first they laugh and run from me. It's like I'm trying to sell cigarettes to these tobacco companies. But why do I insist to make them happy when I know not of happiness myself, sitting trapped within my shell? If that act alone don't seem backwards in itself, then consider all my vices, they keep damaging my health. It seems that I'll never reach the vantage on the shelf, and it's not that I can't reach it, I just haven't got the will. So what's the point then? Why seek a partner, a house, or employment? If you don't ever experience enjoyment, then all the time you spend just gets flushed down the toilet. Well, really, this is just how I see things. Don't find joy in pricey things. Clothes, cars, diamond rings. Yeah, I keep saying that I think so dark and light in me. Every expectation is just so large it frightens me. Tired of this planet, but no stars inviting me. You tell me to speak up, but when I open up, you hide from me. You're all happy, you're just all trying to lie to me. And so my dark out refinery still functioning. Trying to punch through the walls, cause I hope to discover lots of cameras. Rap, this was a hoax. This was all a ruse to raise your wrath. Worthy, now you can live happily, but the fact actually is I'm still living on a planet where my self-interest don't matter, where my selfishness won't vanish. I'm still abandoned, still living on a planet where my self-interest don't matter, where my selfishness won't vanish. I'm still abandoned.
nights tweaking off lace, fireflower, jealous of big timers rolling, but they admire ours. I've seen a couple things in my lifetime, afflicted more but what I haven't, but boredom has turned to average. It's mortgage and then subtraction, abhor it even a fraction. Speak out and then you leak out, fuck with that hyperbole. Put a rapper in a pot to boil him down to perjury. Lobotomized flow, feeling buckled down for surgery. Yeah, your team and your mama must have heard of me. Personified force sin, torn skin, I'm under that. The forest was fine until y'all forced in a lumberjack. The circle is vicious, I'm on my fourth bend, running back to the start of things. My movement on a darker swing, carrying hip-hop, it's heavy and the carcass stinks. You motherfuckers want a bargain, bringing the same thing twice. Residuals of the square, I'm talking Beijing nights. Phantom highs, phantom lows, flow like H2, oh my, hola. Catch me on the couch, coming out the Kush coma. West Coast G on the east, that's beast like hola, 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 hola. They looking at me like hola, 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 hola. They looking at me like nights, weekends, I gave them up. I did it for you, look what you sending me through. Sacrifice half of my time, the other half spent pondering on why the other half I'm getting half bent. The bungalow flows, no cakewalk, and I don't fucking know the difference in between the pace stop. Pacemake gone off that great babe. If time was materia, I'm stuck trying to make haste. Materializing dumb goals, hide the yellow off the mouth, never let your front show. Knock, 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 knocking front doors, and the block got hot once the pot busted open. Break it out, flame for the baker's house, the veins clot, blood clot like Jamaican mouse. Motherfuckers wanna talk shit, they don't even wanna talk about this bar shit. Phantom highs, phantom lows, flow like H2, oh my, hola. Catch me on the couch, coming out the Kush coma.
I did not realize time on that. Oh, I forgot about it. There we go. There's the camera. Oops. That went for way longer than I thought. No, that's not what I was doing. I'm gonna pull up YouTube. $39 videos? What the with this I'm turning on and I don't care, I'm turning on a fucking ad blocker really quick. Fuck it. I'll just deal with it. I already skipped the ad anyways. Guys. Loud. Oh, it's a teaser. first video then. Wait, how old is this? 3 years. Okay.
Many dimensions intersect with our own, several of which are 2D planes. When two or more planes intersect, they form corners. Entities in the intersecting planes cannot perceive each other. They exist separately, in their own worlds. However, the corner folk can pass these boundaries and enter other planes. The corner folk are a trans-dimensional species. They are the only ones who can traverse the corners shaped by planes. Coincidentally, I believe that the corners of my own home align with several planes, where I've seen the corner folk in action, crossing the corners from one reality to another.
Mm. There. And I didn't book anything else. I could see it at least.
This leap requires massive amounts of energy that, when released, produces bright blue flashes. I have yet to discover the source of this energy, and the reason behind the cornerfolk crossings remains unknown. While I was at work, my cameras captured up to 12 cornerfolk huddling in the doorway. I used to think that they had to cross dimensions quickly, but the new footage has proven otherwise. When I'm not around, they take a break from traveling and exhibit micro-movements similar to dreaming animals. They must feel safe in these corners, which suggests that the corner folk's own home is made of similar structures. I imagine that their corner world is made of many plane intersections, allowing them to move freely without using up any energy. My photographs show that smaller corner folk have odd impressions on their skin, as though they have been pressed against many plane intersections at once. The corners likely belong to a nursery or a crib in their homeworld. A multitude of corners placed in close proximity could be used to secure the infant from leaving the corner world. Perhaps they only cross corners in search of food, the same way we only leave our homes for resources. The corner world may be used to raise young, while my own house's corners serve as rest stops of sorts during their journeys.
One of us is gonna attack him or something, I have a feeling.
I've begun to dream of the corner world. I can't stop thinking about it. According to the calendar, I've spent entire weeks in my home, just drawing and describing the corner world on paper. I lost my job last month due to repeated absences, but it really does feel like I just left the office this afternoon. When the corner folk jump, it feels as though they're taunting me. But I'm close to a solution, regardless of whether my body survives the forces of the corner world or not. This much is certain. The fear of my own destruction will not prevent my entry.
he's not dead, he's just very...
At Full Sail, we take a unique approach to teaching the art of filmmaking.
Wait, hold on, I didn't read that. It's not gonna be enough time to read these. Eventual departure. Alright, I'm gonna start pausing with how fast it's going past some of these. In the summer of 1954, thousands of immigrants described a fellow with... Alright.
Ellie Island era orribile. L'intero posto puzzava di carne, come un mattatoio. C'erano anche uccelli morti ovunque, e mia sorella ne trovò persino uno nel gabinetto. Se già la costa è così, diceva mio padre, immaginate quanto puzzeranno le città. Ricordo di aver sentito altre famiglie dire quasi scherzosamente che volessero tornare a Milano per via dell'odore. La mia famiglia aveva spruzzato profumo e acceso candele per tenere lontano il fetore, ma funzionava solo per un'ora o giù di lì, finché l'aria diventava di nuovo insopportabile. Le serate erano così calde, rimasi per lo più sveglia, anche se il resto della mia famiglia dormiva profondamente. Ricordo che guardavo fuori dalla finestra ogni notte e vedevo file di persone che venivano condotte alla Statua della Libertà dai funzionari. Se solo fossero saliti sul piedistallo, i funzionari se ne sarebbero andati e non sarebbe successo nient'altro. La mattina seguente però ci sarebbe stato un odore peggiore, come un mattatoio.
Don't question it. That's what they're... What's this?
Cedar Hills is not exactly a noted hotbed of...
What's this? saw something like fly overhead, but that's it. Obviously the sound. That's, I have a slight feeling it's like Morse code, but I don't understand that, so. Maybe that's the next thing I should randomly teach myself. Weird. Thursday. There's some sort of chanting going on up there. So it's gonna be some creepy shit, isn't it? No?
It may look easy, raising livestock, harvesting and hauling crops.
Oh. It's not really a monument of any sort, but strange. One day before. Not see anything yet there. think.
I wonder, would a real-life RPG application be cool?
I'm just confused with these. It's not really scaring me.
And
I'm
so
just
I built one with
confused.
skill point.
During a program of ABC Evening News, anchor Peter Jennings told viewers to look forward to next week for a special broadcast of national significance. Jennings would continue to remind viewers of the special broadcast over the next 7 nights, even referring to it at one point as the most unprecedented announcement in recent history. A week after its first mention, Jennings reminded viewers of the special broadcast one last time, asking them to pay attention later that night for an exclusive look at the greatest gift to the American people. Due to the anticipation built over the week, over 60 million Americans tuned into ABC, waiting for the evening news to end and for the special broadcast to begin. There were countless theories as to what would occur, from the announcement of alien life to the declaration of an all-out nuclear war. Speculation was brewing intensely.
That's always
Once
something
the
that
evening
people
news
think is
program
going to be on the
ended,
news.
a black screen with a 10-second countdown commenced with the title Dean Democracy. Some viewers, so terrified of the threat of nuclear war, reportedly experienced nervous breakdowns and ran down the street, declaring that Dean Democracy was the code name for an all-out nuclear holocaust. Yet once the countdown ended, all fears were soon replaced with tears of joy and an excitement not seen since the end of World War II.
What are we waiting for? Let's bring them back home.
In the seconds following James Dean's presidential announcement, hundreds of thousands of neighborhoods erupted into celebration. Although other candidates had promised to end the Vietnam War, none had so accurately expressed the same anger that they had felt, which Dean had perfectly conveyed in a 15-second broadcast. Due to popular demand, the ABC Evening News was canceled the next night, replaced by a 30-minute loop of James Dean's presidential announcement. The broadcast was watched again by over 38 million Americans, and the parties continued for the rest of the week. Due to repeated assassination attempts on Robert Kennedy, the Democratic Party presidential debates were canceled for the 1968 election season. However, this proved to be no issue for Dean, as polls indicated that he was in the lead for the entirety of 1967 and 1968, despite having had fewer public appearances and rallies than any other candidate. The strength of his campaign relied on the powerful advertisements he directed that would air every Friday evening on ABC. The series of programs would be considered by many as another weekly TV series, and went on to become the highest-rated TV show on television after the conclusion of Star Trek in 1967. Although a presidential debate was eventually scheduled 2 weeks before the election, James Dean instead invited opponent Richard Nixon to a track to race cars on the same night. Although reluctant at first, Nixon eventually agreed and went to spend the entire day with Dean, reportedly even telling the actor, "To hell with it, I'm voting for you. You're already a better president than I'll ever be." This statement, although only a rumor, would spread like wildfire in tabloids and permanently curbed Nixon's chance for victory. On the morning of November 1st, 1968, 4 days before Election Day, anti-Dean groups hijacked radio channels and told civilians they were fed up with James Dean and that television was ruining American youth. After the broadcast, the groups went on to cut hundreds of power lines in the southeast, effectively preventing any of Dean's presidential ads from reaching any household below Tennessee. Dean quickly heard of the incident and, despite the risk of an assassination, flew down to the south and quickly went to work with local electricians to repair the broken power lines. James Dean would be met with a supportive crowd, primarily younger voters who were eager to see a younger face back in the White House. Elderly white conservatives, often the parents of the younger supporters, remained in their houses and occasionally peered through their window blinds to catch a glimpse of the handsome candidate. Although it wasn't known to Dean at the time, hate groups in the South had perpetuated the idea that he was Satan in disguise, and cited his good looks and his love for jazz as being clear signs of the devil.
James Dean is no man.
This is why I stopped shopping on Amazon, and you should too. Don't spend another dime on Amazon.
Elderly white conservatives in the Southeast would be the only demographic unfazed by his campaign. Yet Dean continued to travel from state to state, repairing power lines for 4 days straight until the very morning of the election. On November 5th, 1968, James Dean received 75% of the popular vote with 395 electoral votes. Nixon congratulated Dean in a phone call the following morning, but Dean refused to acknowledge the win and instead asked to race cars again at the track. On January 20th, 1969, James Dean held his inaugural address at the official Capitol Raceway. Although presidents in the past had speeches that were typically around 20 minutes, Dean spoke for less than a minute.
I have a speech, and it has the flotsam that you people expect to hear. But that's not fair. No, that's not fair at all. I'm here for all of you. It's only fair that you speak for yourselves. My words shouldn't be louder than yours. So I've brought many other guests to speak. They're just people like you and I. In the same time that many other presidents have spoken by themselves, America will speak. Thank you.
Dean proceeded to introduce many groups to the microphone, including civil rights activists and Native American families. Martin Luther King Jr. would also come forward to speak in his first appearance since an attempt on his life 9 months prior. President Dean would conclude the inauguration with a brief bongo performance and went on to race Richard Nixon at the track. In subsequent presidential inaugurations, those who disagreed with the elected president would instead celebrate Dean Democracy Day and protested by watching Dean's unique take on the address in place of the actual one. In a televised address, President Dean planned to inform Americans of his first 90 days in office. However, 6 seconds into the broadcast, the audio cut out and remained absent for the remainder of the speech. Although anti-Dean groups claimed responsibility and took pride in the sabotage, many civilians claimed that it benefited the president. The silent broadcast highlighted President Dean's sincere facial expressions and lively disposition, as opposed to the stern and stiff personalities of prior administrations. Viewers were proud to see a man in his prime at the most important position in the country. Ironically, President Dean's popularity grew after the technical difficulty, and film director Stanley Kubrick went on to call the broadcast the greatest silent film ever made.
another ad. I'm gonna pause this because I dropped something. Alright. Hold on. Hold on. Keep dropping things. I'll just like keep playing. Yep, that's something in there. Special site exclusive to unusual authorized and unnamed.
I was a Lincoln Looker for 2 weeks. It was terrifying.
Hold on.
One moment you're at home answering the door, and the next you're stuck in some kind of suit. The smell was awful in there, and the metal seat was so cold. The only thing you can do is look through 2 little holes. It was some kind of mask, and whenever the sun shined near, I could see the inside of it. It was a familiar face. Every few nights, straws would be put through the holes, and someone would feed me some weird soup. After 2 weeks, they found out that they had misidentified me, and I wasn't the correct Lincoln Looker. Reagan apologized to me personally, and I was released with some monetary compensation. They don't care if I talk about it or not. No one would take me seriously. Lincoln Looking is just too absurd.
There's always been someone that we dislike more than everyone else. Not usually famous or important, but they've done something that's affected us personally.
Yeah. I'll continue some other time as knows the time. But I'll be back on later with either more of this or something else.